Well, it's a great pleasure to have Jeff back in Mauritius. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Jeff on his achievements in Australia. He's done things incredible there when he started to ride after he had his stroke. And Jeff, all congratulations. It's been incredible what you achieved there. Well, to see Jeff back in Mauritius is something we all have to take a great pleasure in. Jeff has been one of the greatest jockeys to ride in Mauritius. He's achieved he broke all records in Mauritius. He's done everything right in Mauritius. And I'm very pleased that he's been able to come back for the International Jockeys Weekend.
And he's still going strong despite the age. Have you been following him since he left Mauritius?
Well, yes. Jeff doesn't see me a lot, but I see Jeff a lot because I follow him every Saturday morning on the internet. We can watch his races in Doomben, in Ipswich, in all the tracks in Australia. And most of Saturdays I sat in front of my computer and I watch Jeff riding his races. It's a great pleasure because he's got a very peculiar style, and you recognize him in there'll be 20 jockeys riding, you would recognize Jeff anywhere in the field. And it's a great pleasure to watch him ride.
And what made Jeffrey Lloyd's strength in your point of view?
Well, I was just saying, Jeff has got a very peculiar style, and it's not the traditional South African style. And I think Jeff is, first of all, a great person. He's a great friend, a great father, a great husband, and a great person in all. And I think this stability and this being a great person has made him the man he is, the jockey he is, and it's a great person. That's why he's so successful.
And you were also the owner of one of his favorite horses, Gypsy Rover. Can you recap those memories of the association Lloyd-Gypsy Rover?
Well, yes. Well, it's been, again, Gypsy Rover was a very difficult horse, and it's been very good to have Jeff to ride him because he had to be ridden a very certain way that, Jeff accommodated to and recognized the way he had to be ridden. And Jeff won 6 races in a row with Gypsy Rover, and then he had an injury and couldn't ride him for a month. I think Gypsy Rover recognized that because then he lost his 3 races, and when Jeff got back on his back, he won the race. So, well, it's been a great pleasure to have Jeff riding Gypsy Rover and winning all the races we've won with him. And that was a great pleasure as well.
And can you cite some horses he won for you and you still have in mind?
Well, there's so many of them. I mean, Royal Deed is one of them. Well, he won the Duchess for me on Royal Deed, and there's a lot of horses that Jeff rode for me and won. One of them, which is a very good memory, was Galito. He won for me on Galito on the 27th of August in 2007, of October, sorry. And I think 2 or 3 days later, he was leaving for Australia. So I think that was the last race he won for me with my colours. And I think that's the last race he won in South Africa as well. So that's a great memory and that's a great pleasure. And we had a great time in South Africa at the time.
And for this International Jockeys Weekend, what would you tell and wish Jeffrey Lloyd for this event?
Well, I have nothing to tell Jeff. He knows exactly what he is for. He's going to try and win all the races he can. Hopefully he gets one of the better horses in all races, and he gets, to win the most races he could for the weekend. But to have him here, even if he doesn't win one race, it's a great pleasure. So I wish him all the best for the weekend.